Shashi Tharoor's PS, he's the one who fixes up appointments for Shashi Tharoor. Farah Ali is a close friend of Sunanda. She's joining us on our broadcast this evening. Very, very troubling times for everyone who's known Sunanda and Shashi. Farah, your first reactions to this very unfortunate and disturbing news? Farah, can you hear me?
I can't hear you. Can you please repeat yourself? Hello?
Farah, I know that this is a deeply troubling time for you. You've known Sunanda very closely. Your first reactions on Sunanda Tharoor's suicide, ma'am?
Well, Sunanda was a very close friend. I'm in a shock right now. I tremble as I speak to you because for as long as I know her, she would never commit suicide. She loved life, and what annoys me is at the time of her death, people across the border, Miss Tarar calling her a liar. I wished she would have more grace in such times. I would not want to get into the personal relationship between Shashi and Sunanda because that's personal. But Sunanda would never commit suicide, and Sunanda would never take her life. So there's a lot more than meets the eye here, and my condolences to Shashi. And I don't know what happened because Sunanda did not have any life-threatening disease. She suffered from lupus, which is an autoimmune disorder. You don't just die all of a sudden because of lupus. I just pray for her. I'm so sad right now. I'm just so sad.
Did you get an opportunity, Farah, to speak to Sunanda ever since this Twitter row broke out over 48 hours ago?
I was meaning to call her today, but I just got busy with my work and I thought I'd call her this evening, and then I heard this terrible news, and I don't know what to say. I just pray. I don't know. I'm in shock.
Farah, clearly Sunanda and Shashi were in a troubled marriage, and Sunanda has been in a marriage earlier. And why didn't, if she was having trouble with Shashi, why didn't she just walk out? She's a brave, vivacious woman. You know, she's an individual in her own right who's very successful. Why didn't she just walk out of this relationship? The fact that she and Shashi were having problems been known to everyone for the longest time.
I think every marriage, whether it's anybody in the world, including me, would have problems in our marriage, and we try to fix them. I don't know what happened with the tweets on Twitter. That's personal. I don't want to get into it. All I want to say is that I know that Sunanda would never end her life, and she would never commit suicide. So if someone is telling me that she passed away because she committed suicide, I'm not going to believe it. I can't, because I know she spoke to me about wanting to live a long life, and there were so many things she wanted to achieve. She wanted to get into politics and do so much beneficial things for the people she knew, and she was full of life. So it's impossible. It's not true. It can't happen like this.
Sure, but she was clearly disturbed. I spoke to her yesterday. She said her house was being fumigated, which is why she was staying at the Leela Hotel, which is where she was. She was up all night last night. She sent me multiple responses on our Twitter handle. She also sent some SMSs. She was clearly very disturbed by what had happened over the last 48 hours.
I can say one thing to you, and I can say it loud and clear. Sunanda Tharoor was not a liar, okay? So if anyone is accusing her of being a liar, they're the biggest liars in the world. Sunanda Tharoor spoke the truth, and that's the problem. When you speak the truth, you get onto the wrong side of lots of people, okay? So I'm shocked my friend is no more, and I don't wish to say anything else anymore. I'm in a shock. I'm sorry.
Okay, we're going to let you go. Farah Ali, thank you very much for joining us with your thoughts at this very troubling hour. We don't want to push this too far. There are several questions that you're raising. Those questions will need to be handled and answered by the Delhi police, because this is now the matter of a police investigation.